and fire. It's on the... Ah! He made it! Oh my...
Hello everyone and welcome to Volleyball Night here in Huntington, Indiana. We're in Platt Arena. It's Preston Husband, Ross Gosnell, and Ryan Holzapple. I told myself before I wasn't going to do that. Ryan, thanks for joining us here tonight. We've got a good one in store between the Huntington Foresters and the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars. The Cougars right now on a roll, 14-0, top 25 team in the country, and it's going to be a tall task for the Foresters' first home match of the year.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, we saw this last year at a home match for the basketball team where they had to face the undefeated Grace Lancers, and we know that our HU teams are up to the challenge, and we'll see how they do against the undefeated Cougars.
The Foresters coming off an up-and-down year last year. For Mount Vernon on the other side, they were quite dominant throughout last season, finishing second in the Crossroads League with a 31-9 overall record. This year, they sit on top, 14-0, right behind a Marion Indiana Wesleyan, who to start the year was #1 team in the country, coming off a national title. Grace right there in the middle with Bethel, Huntington, Taylor. In the bottom is Spring Arbor, St. Francis, and Goshen. It's a big test for HU, but Kelsey Herber and her team, they've been playing pretty well, also at 9-4, 1-1 in the league.
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, they're 1-1. They beat St. Francis in a pretty dominant fashion, and then lost a really close match against Bethel. I mean, Bethel is is a really good team, and so to take them up to 5 sets and lose 3-2 is it's not it's impressive.
These two teams faced off 3 different times last year. Mount Vernon was on the winning side all 3 times. Tonight, Foresters trying to rewrite the script. We'll see if they can do that here right after starting lineups in the national anthem. We'll be back on FDN Sports.
At nursing camp, we learned a lot and had a lot of fun at the same time.
I've always wanted to be a nurse since I was a kid because my mom and grandma were nurses.
So I felt really behind and scared to be majoring in nursing. The professors really make sure that you feel welcome and that you are really understanding what you're getting into if you do join. My favorite part, I think, was going to the research center. We got to practice CPR.
I thought I would come here and not know, talk to anybody. But first day, it was oh, I already had a whole group of friends.
I would describe nursing camp as super fun, but also super educational. They took the education process and made it fun. Everybody's gonna make you feel welcome, and you're really gonna have a good time.
This is how we like to do it.
And now, introducing the visitors.
Mentioned it. This Mount Vernon Nazarene team is yet to have a blemish on their record, and they're led by a young coach who's really been doing a nice job throughout her tenure. That's Kendra Mosier. We'll talk about her more tonight, but since she's taken over, this program's been extremely solid.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, last year they were near the top of the conference almost the entire volleyball season, and then they've proven it this year by going ahead and being undefeated and at the top of the conference. So Mount Vernon, under her leadership, will be a problem for years.
And someone to watch on the Forrester side of things, they lost their setter last year, Morgan Robrock. Her younger sister, Mason, still impactful on this roster, but Morgan was one of the top 5 setters in program history, and it's been a different player in Lauren Ross that's had to kind of step in and take on that big role, and man, she's done it pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, she had an outstanding game against in that Bethel loss where she had 50 assists. It was absolutely incredible how well she played and how well she stepped into that role when HU has needed it the most.
Foresters were a young team last year, and they don't return a ton of firepower this year. We talked about losing Morgan Robrock, and what the Foresters did join or add to the program was this video board that we'll show you this hype video here for the Foresters right now.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love the additions that FDN Sports Crew has added. I mean, and you can see it right here. I mean, this is awesome. The crowd is enjoying it, and I'm sure the viewers are enjoying it as well.
It'll bring a lot of energy here tonight in the blackout atmosphere in Platt Arena. We saw a lot of these new players and a lot of new faces on this roster, and man, the facelift that Platt Arena got is quite exciting as well.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, the team chemistry, the team look is always going to be different every single year when you bring in these new players, these new players that have to add to the chemistry and learn how to play with this team that's already built. But I mean, that's the beauty about sports, is that it's not always going to be the same team. And chemistry is always going to have to be built, and that's something that HU knows how to do. And you can hear the crowd roar right now.
So just about ready to introduce the starters for both sides. The Foresters are looking to start this home season off in a really exciting fashion, and it's been a great turnout here tonight. That's been the case during most of these athletic events. For the Foresters, we've seen it in men's and women's soccer, but now volleyball tonight, playing in front of a very energized crowd with a lot of students in store.
I mean, yeah, and that is always such a blessing for these sports teams, is when they have a home crowd that is into it, energetic, and ready to go, because that just gives them a whole kind of vibe and a whole kind of energy that they just don't normally have with an empty arena. And so it's awesome to see everyone come out and support the Foresters.
And it's a familiar face on the sideline for the Foresters. It's Kelsey Herber, who enters her 6th season with the Foresters. She went to school here at Huntington University, and she is extremely familiar with the surrounding area, does a lot of great things for the community. It's good to see her back on the sideline with a lot of familiar faces, but also a few new additions as well to this Forester roster that we'll see more of tonight. Just about set and ready to go. The home opener for the Huntington Foresters. They have played 13 straight matches on the road to begin their season, so now finally able to come home, and this crowd's up for the task, it appears.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, starting off the season playing 13 road games is actually quite incredible, and the fact that they have a winning record at 9-4. I mean, they've only played 2 conference matchups, but still to have a winning record by, especially up by 5 games when you're playing on the road only, is really impressive.
And we know how tough this conference can be, so we'll see if Huntington can battle tonight with one of the top teams in the conference, but also the country. Mount Vernon comes in at number 22 on the season, and they are a well-oiled machine right now under the leadership of Kendra Mosier. She herself is one of the best Cougars in program history, an incredible attacker. She had a coaching job before this. She comes back to her alma mater, and man, it's been working for her. She had one tough year, and that was during the COVID year.
Yeah.
A lot of weird things going on since then. Dynamite. In fact, you look at her record throughout her time, she's now 105-33 as the Cougars head coach, winning 76% of her matches.
I mean, that's something that a lot of teams like to have pride in, is when they have a coach that used to play for that team. Because there is a certain level of respect and command that they draw from their players. As they respect, they know, hey, this person did exactly what we're doing right now at the highest level. So we can respect her and trust her, and that builds that chemistry.
I tell you what, the pregame production is really taking a step up here in Platte Arena. We've got the starting lineups up on the video board. We've got the intro videos for all the sports. Shout out to MSM Studios. He did a lot of great work with the basketball programs last year, now diving into volleyball a little more. I mean, things are really buzzing, and a big reason why is because of this $17 million overhaul of the beautiful Platte Arena, but also the rest of the complex.
I mean, absolutely. The Plex update and renovation really just set the bar for great broadcasts.
I think we're waiting to start this match. The officials making sure we're ready to go, and we are. It'll be Reagan Nuss, a setter from Mount Vernon, gets it started. Lauren Ross in the middle, works quickly. Mason Robrock can't connect on the first one. Foresters will get a free ball. Ross, that new setter. Robrock blocked off the net. Now a chance for the Cougars to work. They come back on the right side, blocked off the top by the Foresters, and the first point down for the home team.
You gotta like that start, the crowd getting into it. Foresters off to a great start, starting it off with a win.
So it's an early 1-0 lead. We saw Reagan Nuss, the server on that play. She's the setter for this Mount Vernon team. She's only 3 assists away from 2,000 in her career. Yeah, so a really solid piece.
She's an incredible setter. I have to watch out for her.
Mount Vernon back on the attack, dug out by Cron. Far side, Cruz hits a little knuckler. HU gets a free chance, and it's put away by Haley on the second try.
That's what Haley does best. She is one of the best kill shotters on this team. That is what she does, and they trust her to do it, and she does it right there.
333 kills last year. She's coming off 20 kills 2 matches ago against Bethel, as that one goes just wide, and it's a quick 3-0 lead. Nice run right out of the gate for HU.
I mean, this is the kind of start you have to have against the best team in the conference. You've got to start well and hope that it pans through.
Olivia Cron will do the service here out of Homestead High School, a junior this year, and the first point of the night dropped in. A good swing on the right side by Libby Evanshine, just a sophomore. And you want to talk about a young impact last year. 417 kills to go along with 52 blocks and 64 digs for Evanshine in just her freshman campaign last year.
Yeah, I mean, this Mount Vernon team is just good from start to finish in this unit.
Meyer receives. Grimm in the middle works through the block, and she's got her first kill.
HU off to the best start they could have hoped for here, up 4-1 early.
Grimm's got to be a leader. She's one of the lone seniors, and she's had a long, good career for HU. A little bit up and down throughout, coming off of maybe a little more of a down year last year, but so far this season, she's been pretty sharp, and she's got to be on the attack for HU.
I mean, yeah, their 2 leaders are Michaela Thompson and Courtney Grimm. They're the seniors of this team, and they are the leaders, and they look to her for guidance and for support when they're down or when they're playing well. And if she's on, the rest of the team is as well.
Service error by the Forester, gives it back to Jalen Tang, and she returns the favor, sending one too far out of bounds, and HU back with a 3-point lead. It's those little mistakes in close matches that make a big deal at the end.
And we see Mount Vernon make a couple of those here early. Let's see if that keeps going or if they tighten up a little bit.
Thompson sends it over. Here comes Mount Vernon through the middle. Nice stick there by Meyer as Cruz now gets a chance. That one never got over the net. And it's a free point for the Cougars. Pull it back to a 2-point set. You can see Cruz just not enough on that. The ball maybe a little behind her from the setter Ross. An uncomfortable swing, and it's an attack error for HU, as that'll allow Lila Nicholas to serve on the back line. Ross up top, Carter pushes one deep towards the back line. Picked out of there, Mount Vernon back the other way, and that one's hit a little too hard by Snoffer as she makes a rare mistake and HU back up 3.
And those are the mistakes that have them down 3 right now. They've made a couple of those that have led to some free Forrester points. As there's been three balls that have landed out, and Mount Vernon's got to tighten up if they want to cut this lead.
Cruz, always a powerful server, finds Tang on the back line. Here comes Snoffer again, that time dug out by the Foresters on the back line. Another big swing blocked away by HU. Another one stuffed by the Foresters. Snoffer, another chance. This time Ross tries dumping it over and does not get it to go as HU gets called for the 4 touches. Resilient by both sides there.
Yeah, I mean, both sides there were blocking tons of spikes, spiking it, keeping it going, and HU just ended up losing out.
Ross has been really good with that left hand sneaking up as a setter and dumping in some of those shots. That time couldn't quite get it as she feeds Carter. This time Layla Meyer kept it up, but then outside the reach of Thompson. Another one down, and the Cougars rallying right back.
This is what they do. This is why they're the best in the conference. They rally back from any deficit, and they are confident that they can always win no matter how much they're down.
Snoffer sends a good serve over. Ross tried flipping it left-handed over the net. Couldn't get there. Dumped in. Layla Meyer with a great dig. Swing coming back from Robrock. Tang working with the front line. Big swing and just in by the sophomore stud, Livy Evanshine. Already up to 2 kills on the night.
That was an impressive kill. Hit the back corner, just barely went in, and that's a tough blow for the Foresters. Thought it was out.
Snoffer still working on the service line. Ross goes short. Carter forces over a free ball. Tang, and now again dumped in but picked out. Evanshine was looking for a third. Cruz off the back line, a little too strong.
And here are some of those unforced errors that Huntington's starting to do here, and it causes Mount Vernon to take the lead.
This HU team right now sitting in a really nice spot to start their season. Nearly a forced error there as Cruz goes to Meyer. She's got to push one over to the back line. Tang's got it. Nuss in the middle finds Evanshine again, and she's off to a great start with her 3rd kill, leading both sides.
And this is what Mount Vernon does. They are a great team. They know how to execute well, and HU's got to lock in here if they're going to beat this team.
So it's an early 8-6 advantage for Mount Vernon. That'll take us to our first timeout by Coach Kelsey Herber. We'll take it with her. 30 seconds, and we'll be back on FTN Sports.
They had a heart and a vision to bring this to their school. And honestly, I've just been so excited, like leading up this whole month. Just my spirit has felt really excited and stirred for what God is going to do tonight. What's cool about it is it doesn't feel like it's about like one particular person. It just feels like, even the way it's set up, it just feels like this is about everyone and just coming together for one purpose.
To me, Forester Camps is amazing.
To me, Forester's Camps is cool.
To me, Forester Camps is a great experience. I've always had just like a genuine interest for art, and our art teacher was like passing out flyers and stuff,
And I saw that my
And that connection works.
Yeah, I mean, what a play from Ross there to give them an easy kill.
So the Foresters get back within 1. Leah Carter drops in her first kill of the night, already working with a block this evening as well. And it will be the serving specialist, Nigella Reck, who sends this one over the net. Mount Vernon with that great attack right back at you. And it's 9-7 Cougars. They've got a lot of players that can hurt you in a lot of different ways. Right now we're seeing a lot of the outside hitters becoming powerful at the net and getting right through those blocking walls for the Foresters.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they plan to do. Is they know that they have the advantage and they are the best team in the conference with the best players. So they think they have an advantage there. We'll see if HU can lock in here.
Ross had to get up and stop that free ball from getting tapped back over. Evanshine again drops in another one. That time, a little top spin that falls in front of Cruz, and now it's 10-7 Mount Vernon.
Well, Vernon's on a roll. HU's got to stop it.
Second serve coming from Telma Zelaya out of Honduras. First year with the program, and it's a service error as HU crawls back within 2.
Mount Vernon doesn't do that very often. They are a very precise team when it comes to their serves, and that's something that we've seen twice now, which is a missed serve. And if Mount Vernon continues to do that, that's a huge thing for HU.
So it'll be Lauren Ross, the setter, the sophomore, having a great season. Now gets a chance to serve. Goes back line to Mount Vernon. They'll go right back to Evanshine, and this time the block is there to deny.
And there's the senior leader, Courtney Grimm, right there with the block, and that's the kind of leadership she possesses.
10-9 Mount Vernon. It'll be Lauren Ross' second straight serve. Been rock solid this year. 5 aces from the service line. Mount Vernon gets one over the top. Cruz is there to far side. Robrock, good swing, but kept alive by the Cougars. Evanshine tips it over. Meyer gonna have to set up Grimm, who goes off the left foot, taps it over with the right hand. Dump shot, saved by Meyer. Back to Mason Robrock, blocked. Grimm will send a free ball over. Tang, Nuss, Evanshine blocked again. Tang kept it alive. Back row swing. Up the chute comes Mount Vernon. No chance to get it in. The Foresters send a free ball over. Again, big swing dug out by Meyer. And it looks like the Foresters are into the net as that's a free point. And man, that just kind of takes the momentum away from that long rally.
Yeah, I mean, HU and Mount Vernon were going at each other there, and just the slight mistake from the Foresters leads to a free point for Mount Vernon.
That'll give the ball back into the hands of Reagan Nuss. She started the match serving, and unlike the first time, she's unable to put it in play as it's another service error. HU back within 1.
That's 3 service errors now, and I know the Mount Vernon coach is probably not happy as they've got to keep those in because the Foresters are a team that will not give up and can hurt you if you make those little mistakes.
We do want to give a shout out for the junior setter from Mount Vernon, Reagan Nuss. She did get to her 2,000th career assist as she adds another one there to Evanshine. She already has 7 tonight, 2,000 in a career. Still the rest of this year to go, a team that went to the national tournament last year, and an entire senior season as well with some of these young attackers around her. She's going to be up there on the Cougar all-time list.
Yeah, she'll for sure be one of the better setters in Cougar history. As we've seen it here tonight, she is a great player.
Ruffle into the net. Service errors starting to pile up here for Mount Vernon. That's what's keeping the Foresters in this first set.
Yeah, they've gotten 4 free points off of service errors by Mount Vernon. I mean, in a game like this against an extreme overdog, you'll take every point you can get.
Layla Meyer, she recently joined the 1,000 Dig Club. Sends it over with the left hand. Stauffer drops one in. That one deflected at the net by the Foresters. Block not strong enough for the strong Stauffer.
The HU's been getting up, and they've been getting the hand on the ball multiple times. It's just slipping through those little cracks and leading to points.
Jalen Tang, native of Hawaii, sends it over. Grimm, Ross, right back to Grimm. The 1-2 nearly works. And now another chance for Stauffer. She goes soft in the middle. Over the top goes Grimm, unable to get that one in, and now an attack in the front, drops in as it looks like the first kill of the night goes to Faith Maloney. Looks like the Foresters maybe a little out of positioning on that one.
Yeah, they were a little out of sync with each other. No one was there to cover that side, and Mount Vernon took advantage of it.
Tang again sends it over. This time finds Meyer on the back line, right at the net. Carter can't get it in. Second try, didn't have enough on it. Nuss goes right back to Maloney. A big save on the back line by Meyer. And then Cruz finds the back row just in front of the corner lines. And that's what the Foresters need. She's had some big games this year.
Yeah, Cruz is one of the best killers on this team. And you saw her right there, saw the open corner in the back and took advantage of it.
Thompson comes in to serve. Foresters down to 14-12 in the first. Good serve by Thompson. Nearly creates a mistake. And then a little touch shot with two hands from Snoffer finds the floor, and it's back to a 3-point lead.
And that's an unforced error by Huntington, as they were just out of position there. I mean, they left that whole side open, and all she had to do is just do a little touch with two hands.
Lila Nicholas from Warren, Michigan will now have the service line. Sophomore from Michigan going to Ohio to play her college ball, and Carter right in the middle responds to the run by Mount Vernon. Carter so sharp in the center of this formation, right at the net. It's hard to find someone more efficient than her when she's getting a chance in the middle of the court, I should say.
I mean, she's tall, she's strong, and she knows how to time her blocks and everything. She's a great player.
Haley Cruz with an ace. We've seen that a few times here in Platt Arena. Make it now 11 on the year. She had 46 last season. She'll get a chance to do it again. Big swing from Cruz on the back line. Another good one, but received well by the Cougars. They go Snoffer off the blocks of the Foresters. Tang keeps it alive. Free ball, Thompson. Ross tries dumping it in with the left hand. Covered on the back line. Now at the net, Mount Vernon goes to Cruz. Ross, back line to Haley, and she couldn't get it over the net. And it's a point right back to the Cougars. HU gets within one, but can't quite get all the way back yet.
They're showing some fight, though, and they're giving the #1 team in the conference a run for their money in this first set, and this is what you want to see if you're HU.
It'll be Snoffer with the serve to Thompson. Meyer's going to have to set up the attack with Robrock taking the swing. Back row picked out by Snoffer. And back at the net come the Cougars. Robrock a second chance. That one goes off the blockers and into the antenna. It's a Forrester kill for Mason Robrock, who joins the stat book for the first time tonight.
I mean, Mason Robrock, the younger sister of Morgan Robrock, who was, like you said, one of the best setters in HU history, and she's a great player as well.
Reck sends one to the back line. Nuss goes right back to Evanshine, and that's worked all night already off the blockers and down for another kill. As Evanshine at the moment dominating this match, and she's done that a lot in her first 2 seasons at the college level.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to slow her down because she is eating them up on that side, and they've got to figure out how to stop her.
The hit percentage for Mount Vernon, very, very good right now, right at .276. Ross right at the net, and Trevin Terry puts a dent in the floor with that one. Good swing by the sophomore.
And how about Lauren Ross with that perfect setup? They thought she was going to do the flip shot over, but flips it to Terry, who got a powerful slam, like you said, left a dent in the court.
Terry's had as many as 11 kills against Siena Heights earlier this year. She had a big freshman season from Stroh, Indiana. Nice to have her back, and that is a mistake by Evanshine, and now the Foresters have fought all the way back. It's 17 all.
If Foresters can manage to take the first set of this game will be interesting.
Lauren Ross sends a good serve over. Tang will be forced to send it to Evanshine. It's picked out. Foresters tap it over with Grimm. It's going to have to be a free ball spin over by Robrock. Again, another chance. Meyer, Robrock this time taps it over. Nuss right back to Evanshine. Tap shot kept up by Ross, and now Robrock 3 times in a row, and a free ball for HU. Grimm goes to Ross. Mason Robrock, 4th time off the top of the block. Still kept alive by the Cougars. Evanshine denied. Tang goes up the chute. Mount Vernon still no answer, and finally put away at the net by Fatzinger. And man, there's been some fun rallies in this one. These two teams are playing hard in this first set.
This game means a lot for HU and Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon trying to keep their undefeated streak alive, and you can tell by the way these two teams are playing right now. Electric in here.
1-point lead in the first set. Ross right at the net, right hand tap. Trevin Terry's got that working tonight.
My goodness, she has some powerful kills there on that side, and Lauren Ross once again showing off her ability to set for her teammates.
Trevin is extremely efficient when she gets a chance at the net. Her and Carter, the 2 best hitting percentages on the team, and now the Foresters nearly connect on an ace. It's another free chance and a chance to take the lead. Ross to Trevin, 2 times in a row.
And they are a well-oiled machine right now, those two. That's 3 kills in a row for those two, and Mount Vernon needs a timeout.
We're going to take it with them. Kendra Mosier needs a break. Her team right now down 19-18. The Foresters trying to take the first.
Consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's Washroom is ready to serve you.
An exciting environment here in Platte Arena. The Foresters lead the number 22 team in the nation, the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars, 19-18. And right now, it's the Lauren Ross and Trevin Terry show.
Yeah, I mean, they've had 3 kills, 3 assists to kills in a row. Trevin Terry leaving dents in the floor every time she hits it, and she's going with power, and Mount Vernon has no answer for that combo right now.
Cron started it all with her great service the last time. It had Mount Vernon out of position on defense. See if Olivia can add that pressure again. Fort Wayne native just from right down the road as she just missed a service ace. Went to Homestead, decided to come to Huntington, and has had a nice career. You do see the left leg wrapped, dealing with a little bit of an injury as you see that ball just sail wide, but still well enough to stick in there and play, and she's been a bright spot.
Yeah, she was really good last year, and she's stepped it up even more this year.
Ruffle, soft serve over to Cron. Ross right back to Terry, and why stop going to it when it works each time?
That's 4 in a row. Those two are connecting on all levels, and Mount Vernon's got to find a way to stop her.
Terry on fire is that right side. Her and Ross just connecting over and over again. HU back ahead 20-19. Layla Meyer finds Tang in the middle. Libero doing a great job. That's Snoffer who's blocked, and then a free ball is unable to be tapped over by the Cougars, and Leah Carter puts it right back in the Cougars' face. Foresters up 2.
Yeah, HU with a golden chance to take the first set on the number 22 team in the nation. Boy, this would be impressive.
Meyer still has the serve. The lefty goes over, and it's a good one right at the back row Snoffer. She'll take a swing over the net. Cruz taps it over. A couple of Mount Vernon Cougars there to connect. It was Fatzinger and Maloney who tapped it over back at the Foresters to make it a 1-point set.
The Mount Vernon Cougars were kind of forced out of position from the hit, and then HU wasn't able to respond as they were also out of position. Both teams mistake there.
Serve goes back line. Cruz right in front of some of her Forester classmates, able to keep it in. Set goes backside. Ross there to dig. Courtney Grimm will get a chance on the right side. Right-handed swing, too tall and out of play, and we're right back to even up 21-21.
It has been such a good, close, fast-paced match here tonight so far.
Jalen Tang, right-handed serve right at Layla Meyer. Ross picks out Haley Cruz at the net, and the Foresters denied and nearly kept alive, but it's a block for the Cougs, and now it's a 1-point advantage. And now Coach Kelsey Herber wants to take a break. We're going to actually keep it here for this 1 minute, 10-second break. It's been a back and forth affair. And Ryan, so far, what's been the difference between these two sides in the first set?
The difference between them is Mount Vernon's been having a lot more attacks so far this game. They are attacking a lot more than the Foresters, and it's leading to more chances at getting points. And that's something that the Foresters, they've had a lot of blocks here. They're blocking a lot of the attacks that Mount Vernon's sending their way, but at the end, a lot of them are creeping through because of the sheer amount of attacks Mount Vernon's been able to get off.
Take a look at some of the stat leaders. Libby Evanshine already with 8 kills tonight. She's followed by Snoffer with 3. Fatzinger just had that 1. Faith Maloney has added a tally as well. Trevin Terry had 4 in short succession earlier in this first set. Haley Cruz, Leah Carter both with 2. Courtney Grimm has the other one. Right now it stands at 22-21. Mount Vernon ahead of the Huntington Foresters. It will be Jalen Tang back on the service line. We'll see if HU can get this attack rolling again on our side of the net. Tang, the junior libero, sends it over. Ross right at the net, finds Leah Carter this time, and a couple of pinball bounces, and it falls in for another Carter kill.
And there is Ross's 11th assist. They have gone to her for those sets, and it has worked all night long, whether it's Leah Carter or Trevelyn Terry doing it, as HU has found a method to score on this Mount Vernon team.
Senior Michaela Thompson goes right at Snoffer. She gets it right back on the attack. Foresters work with it on the net. Ross tried tapping it over with the left hand. Mount Vernon just finds the back line, and now Faith Maloney getting into a little bit of a rhythm as well.
Her second kill of the night, second or third kill of the night, and Mount Vernon only 2 points away from winning the first set.
It'll be Lila Nicholas, another sophomore on this Mount Vernon team. 75 kills last year as a freshman, another important part to Kendra Mosier's young team. Haley Cruz sends one to Tang. She digs it out. Nuss goes left side, and that one is just in. Maybe hit the line. That was a close call, as it's now a 2-point lead, and wow, that was awfully close for the Foresters.
It was very close. It was a tough call and a tough break for the Foresters. Nicholas
has the service line again. Set point. Meyer, Ross in the middle, Carter off the block and down.
Chance
staying
to
alive.
tie it up right here if they can get this point off their serve.
And it'll be Haley Cruz, who is their most dangerous server. However, it's got to be in play to keep this set going. She's got 1 ace tonight, also 1 service error. This time playing it a little safer. Doesn't go with the jump serve. Snoffer is blocked, but it falls in, and that will end the first set. The Cougars take a 1-0 lead. We'll take a break and be back for the second. The Foresters working from behind in this one.
I've always wanted to be a nurse since I was a kid because my mom and grandma were nurses.
So I felt really behind and scared to be majoring in nursing. The professors really make sure that you feel welcome and that you are really understanding what you're getting into if you do join.
My favorite part, I think, was going to like the research center. We got to practice like CPR.
I thought I would come here and not know, talk to anybody. But first day, it was like, oh, I already had a whole group of friends.
I would describe nursing camp as super fun, but also super educational. Like they took the education process and made it fun.
Everybody's gonna make you feel welcome, and you're really gonna have a good time.
Well, a fast first set between the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars and the Huntington Foresters. At the end of the day, Mount Vernon comes out on top, 25-23. Foresters gave their best effort, but at the end of the day, Mount Vernon took advantage of a couple of loose parts by the Foresters.
Well, the problem with the Foresters near the end of that set was they started causing a lot of unforced errors that led to some free Mount Vernon points, and you cannot afford to have that in a match against a team like Mount Vernon. We saw Mount Vernon make a couple of those mistakes early on, but they sharpened up a lot near the end of the set. So HU's got to tighten up here if they're going to take this set.
Yeah, HU didn't hit super efficiently in that first set, just a .111 hit percentage, 7 attack errors, 11 kills total, 12 assists, all from Lauren Ross. 36 attacks for the Foresters compared to the 42 for Mount Vernon. And on top of that, the only thing that really hurt Mount Vernon in that first set was the service mistakes, the service errors. That kept Huntington hanging around. They battled all the way back, took the lead. At the end of the day, though, good teams find a way to sneak out those close victories.
Yeah, and that's what Mount Vernon is. They are a good team. They know what they're doing, and those unforced serve errors will probably not continue for the rest of the night, as they know what they're doing and they know what they need to do to tighten those up and HU's going to in for a long night, but let's see if they're up for the challenge.
That's why you at least have to play 3, so HU still plenty of chances to bounce back in this match. Ryan, it's our first Forrester volleyball match of the year, and it's already been awesome. We got all these camera angles, we've got great replay, we've got an exciting first match, but we like to do this thing on FDN Sports. By the way, it's Preston Husband, Ryan Holzapple. If you're listening from wherever you may be listening tonight, we'd love to hear where you're watching from, who you're watching. We'd like to give you a shout out, and as always, thank you for tuning in to FDN Sports. It's a busy week for us. Women's soccer last night, volleyball tonight, right back to women's soccer tomorrow, and then these same Huntington University Forrester volleyballers will be in Platt Arena taking on the Taylor Trojans on Saturday. So doing what we love, and we hope you're loving what we're doing, watching from wherever you may be.
Yeah, absolutely. The FDN Sports crew always loves bringing the best possible broadcast we can to the table for our viewers, and
Hello and welcome back into Platt Arena. Sorry about that. A couple of technical difficulties going on here tonight, but we're right back, and the Cougars are back to doing what they do best. They're up 8-3 in this second set. We apologize to everyone watching at home. Sometimes people step on our cords and we get unplugged and we've got to figure it out. So shout out to the FDN Sports crew as it's 8-3 here in the second set. Mount Vernon already up 1 set in the match. And the Foresters working hard to battle right back into this second part of the match, and it's all Mount Vernon at the moment. I don't know if the viewers heard us while we were away, but we did have some people that wanted to let us know that they're tuning in. Trevin Terry's family, Tyler, her older brother, checking in from Stroh, Indiana, back where Trevin is from. Also Martin started watching volleyball during the Olympics, decided to tune into some HU volleyball tonight as Carter doesn't get that one over the net, and it's a quick 10-3 lead. Jordan Torrado watching for Reagan Nuss, who went over 2,000 career assists tonight. Awesome career by her. And then Olivia, who's tuning in to watch the two really great liberos in this match. It's Jalen Tang, Layla Meyer, both rock solid. And our crew's rock solid for getting us back on the air as well, Ryan.
Absolutely.
Cruz goes to one of those liberos in Tang, and now a back row swing picked up by the Forester defense. Nicholas was trying to strike. Tang there again. Nuss goes far side into the blockers. Was Snoffer. Meyer forced to play a free ball over. Nuss again, Snoffer again, blocked again. Foresters gonna have to force it over the net. Same combo, this time Nuss tries dumping it in. Ross goes right back at her. Tang there with the answer, and this time not able to push that one over the net. Neesmith denied.
And that's the Forester fight right there. That was a very long possession. They're down 4-10, but these girls do not give up, and they're willing to fight back and get back in this game.
And we have to play at least 3, so if HU could get one of the next 2, obviously to keep it alive, it would bring them a lot of momentum. Good serve by Cruz off the top of the tape. Snoffer with a big swing, but Layla Meyer's there, and now Cruz from the 10-foot line, able to sneak it in on the right side.
And that's what Haley Cruz needs to do if HU's going to come back in this game. They need her to have those powerful kills that can get them some free points.
Cruz is extremely powerful. You're going to see it right here on the service line. Jump serve right over top of the net, creates a free ball. Carter poked it over. Nuss goes to the middle. Snofner pushes it long. Ross at the net. And now Robrock into the net, and it's back to a 6-point lead for Mount Vernon. Trevin Terry's got her own fan club tonight. Her sister, Tressa Jeffrey, watching all the way from Missouri as well. Trevin had a nice run in that first set. 4 kills back to back to back, and did a great job. As the Foresters go off the antenna this time and not able to connect. Right now it's a big advantage, 12-5 for Mount Vernon. Right as I say that, Emma, another cousin of Trevin Terry, watching from South Georgia. She's got a fan in every state.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to be a fan of Trevin Terry? She's a great player.
She is just a sophomore coming off a great freshman year. Unforced error by one of the leaders for Mount Vernon, Snofner, a service error. And now HU, a chance to kind of dig their way back into this second set. It is still 12-6 Mount Vernon. Nuss at the net, goes far side, Evan Shine. Trevin Terry right on cue, dumps it in, this time with 2 hands.
And that's what she does. She got the block and then tipped it right over to the open spot on Mount Vernon's side of the court. Free point for the Foresters.
It's not always about the big swing, but it's about the vision and the execution, and she got it there. Nuss to Evan Shine off the top of the block. Nigella Reck, who just served it, kept it alive. And right back in the middle, Trevin Terry keeps answering the bell.
They need to keep going to her because she has been one of a very bright spot in this game for HU. She has kept them alive in multiple cases so far.
Now 7 kills for Terry on the evening. Nuss goes to the 10-foot line, Snoffer. Again, the Foresters pick it out. Ross, this time Mason Robrock. Nuss again, we'll try Evan Shine. Foresters block it right at the net, pushed over the top by Mount Vernon. Reck forces it over. And that one just falls in front of the Forester bench. There's one of those perfectly executed touch shots again.
Yeah, she saw that back right corner of the Forester court open and hit it to the perfect spot to where Haley Cruz could not get to it.
13-8, Mount Vernon lead. They won the first set, 25-23. They've only dropped 4 sets all year. One of the new players to the program, Telma Zelaya, serves it over, and HU gets a little help from their setter. Lauren Ross dumps that one over. We saw that a lot last year from Morgan Robrock, maybe taking that out of her playbook as well.
Yeah, and you were talking about it earlier, alluding to that exact type of play that she likes to do, and she gets it right there, the perfect shot.
So Ross's first kill of the night. She's been busy assisting other teammates. Tang's got to set up Evanshine from the 10-foot line. Ross almost into the net, finds Grimm. Kind of an awkward shot, tapped over. HU's got a free chance. It'll be Grimm again, and Tang picks it out on the back. Evanshine at the net. Meyer keeps it alive, tapped over by the Foresters. Back row swing, HU can't get that one in. Now Snoffer, big swing. Ross keeps it alive. Cruz nearly into the bleachers. She's done that once this year. And now again, Evanshine denied by Meyer. Ross, Robrock, Tang there to keep it up. Evanshine again, and this time goes off Grimm, the blocker. And we have had these extended runs back and forth between these two sides. So exciting to watch these defensive specialists like Layla Meyer lay it all on the line to keep it alive.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Both teams just going at it, and we are seeing a great game here tonight.
Grimm receives the serve. She gets it right back from Ross, blocked at the net. And now Grimm feeds it over to Robrock, who has it tapped right back down. It looked like it was Evanshine there again, and now a 6-point lead for Mount Vernon.
Evanshine's had an incredible night here so far. She's been getting tons of kills, tons of blocks, tons of tip overs like that. I mean, she has been a huge player so far.
Reagan Nuss able to dive one in front of the defense for the Foresters. She's been busy tonight as well. She's had a great career, having another good night here in Platte Arena. Now 16-9 Cougars. Visitors from Mount Vernon, Ohio, taking care of business. Terry denied by the net that time. And now it's the largest lead of the second set. Mount Vernon up 8.
We've seen the Foresters come back from worse last season, so we know it's possible, but this Mount Vernon team is very good.
Nuss over the top to Cruz. Ross goes to Robrock. That's a free ball sent over and put right back down as Terry this time takes a mistake from the Cougars and once again hits it hard to the other side of the net.
Yeah, that's her 8th kill of the night, leading the Foresters in kills by a long shot right now. She is having herself a really good night.
Olivia Cron back in to serve. Nuss goes behind her, and Evanshine's blocked. HU with a free shot, and Trevin Terry adds her 9th kill of the night.
And she has been the go-to for the Foresters. She has been just dynamite here tonight. You can see why all her family is tuning into the game, and she's having quite a night.
Her season high is 11, so already at 9. Maybe on her way to a career night as HU sends a good serve over. It's a receiving error. Excuse me, it's actually going to be an ace for Olivia Cron. Haven't been many aces for either side tonight, but Cron pulls HU back within 5. No problem with this serve for Mount Vernon, and the Foresters respond with a block. It was Courtney Grimm and Trevin Terry there. I think Grimm got the most of it.
And Courtney Grimm showing her leadership, pumping up the team. Mount Vernon needs a timeout because the Foresters are getting some momentum right now.
We'll take a short break with them. The Foresters trying to fight back into the second set, down 17-13 when we come back.
I saw Forester Camp when I was at school. It said health science, and I'm like really interested in medicine.
I was really set on nursing, but I didn't know any else like biology, chemistry, things like that. So health science was able to broaden my spectrum and learn more things in the science world.
It's opened my mind to a lot of things in the medical field. I'm definitely taking away a lot of knowledge that I didn't have before. Also a lot of new friends.
I was also kind of hesitant because I'm an introvert, but I got some new friends.
There isn't just one set biology you can do, from microbiology to biochemistry. So knowing my options is something that I'm gonna take away.
I'm wanting to learn about health sciences and God is all through health. God created all of us. That's pretty freaking cool.
One of the greatest opportunities I've had for my profession in the future.
If you're interested in something,
Olivia Cron back on the service line. She's leading the Foresters back into this with her second straight ace. And just like you talked about, if they needed a run, here it is, back within 3.
We've seen a couple of those little tiny mistakes on the receiving from Tang here as she's messed up 2 serves.
It'll be back in the middle, a left-handed tap shot over, and kind of a unique play there, but getting the kill is Bella Claxon, who just stepped in. Actually, Claxon was the one that set it up. It looked to be Fatzinger who dropped it in, so a change at the setter spot for the moment, at least for that one play, as Claxon was in to set up the kill. Ruffle into the net, service error. We're right back to just a 3-point lead here in the second set.
Yeah, she's had a little bit of trouble tonight serving. That's her second service error of the night, but this Mount Vernon team has made up for it with their excellent play.
Layla Meyer, the southpaw, swings the left-handed serve over the top. Snoffer there. Nuss goes backside. Big swing, but the Foresters dig it out. Cruz at the net, pushes it long. Kept alive by the setter Nuss. Snoffer right over the top of the blockers. Meyer gonna have to set up Grimm, who taps it over for a free ball. Nuss again, this time right side off the blockers and down. Faith Maloney has got herself involved.
The Foresters have got to do a better job of keeping those in or getting them back to the other side or letting them go, because they have hit a lot of those block tip shots out of bounds.
Jalen Tang goes right at Layla Meyer. Ross at the net, connects with a big swing from Leah Carter. Doesn't fall in, and then Grimm couldn't get back in time. It's another tap shot that falls in to make it a 5-point lead for Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon lost a little momentum there with HU, but they're gaining it back as good teams do.
Tang again, this time Cron. Ross outside, Cruz, a big swing, and it looks like Mount Vernon might have been into the net. HU back within 4, but they've got to make up some ground right now.
And they're looking to the senior, Michaela Thompson, to get them a couple of scores here off her serves and see if HU can bring this game back to being close.
Michaela playing her 112th all-time Forester match tonight. 52 career aces, 740 career digs. A couple aces here would help a lot. Snoffer has different plans, and she gets a kill to put that to rest and put her team back up 5.
Yeah, Snoffer is just such a good killer for this team. I mean, she gets so many kill shots. She is such a powerful swing, and we've been seeing it here tonight all night long.
So a change on the service line. Lila Nicholas will be the one to send it over. Her team up 5, and it's a reception error there by Michaela Thompson. And right now, Forester's got to tighten it up to fight into this second set.
Yeah, they're having a couple of these unforced errors, and it's caused them to be down by 6 right now.
Nicholas, second time in a row. This time chooses Olivia Cron. Carter pushes one too long, and now the Foresters in big danger of going down 2-0 in the match, and Kelsey Herber understands that. She needs a break. We'll take it with her. HU down 23-16 in the second set.
Construction, supporters of the Huntington University Athletic Program. If you would like to rent the presidential suite, please visit HU Athletics website and click to rent your presidential suite. Please.
chopping block having a good time tonight. So are the visitors, unfortunately, though, as it is Mount Vernon up 23-16, already up 1-0 in the match. A couple of other young fans, some older, checking out the action. As you can see on our side of the court, got the backs on the seat. This is the place to sit over here, Ryan.
Yeah.
Those students across the way, they're the young kids that can sit over there with no backs. I'm about to turn 27, so I think I deserve something on the back of my seat. Ross goes cross court, and it's a good connection as Haley Cruz collects the kill. That pulls HU back within 6.
They need some more of that. Lauren Ross with their 17th set here tonight, and they're going to need more of that if they're going to get back in this set.
Haley Cruz off the kill. Now rips a big serve. Tang with a nice reception. Tapped over at the net. Ross nearly collected another kill. Far side, Snoffer into the blockers, and she's starting to heat up here as she has another kill off the blocks of HU.
And that's what she does so well. She is such a good person at just putting the point away, and the Forsters have felt her presence all night long.
That's her 10th kill of the night, and it's 9 for Evanshine as those two have really combined to be quite the force at the net. Ross goes far side again, and what a great shot by Mason Robrock. That is really what these outside hitters are meant to do. They're not necessarily just swinging, they're looking to place a shot, find the right spot, use that vision, and Mason did just that. At the net, you're going to see more big swings by the middle blockers and the middle attackers, but these outside hitters, they've got to be creative like that. HU trying to stay alive. Ross with the left hand tapped it over. Free ball sent over. Evanshine, dangerous though. HU right back the other way. Trying to go cross court again was Mason. Tapped over. Foresters keep it alive with Reck, and now Thompson, and then tapped over as it looks like they're actually going to say Mount Vernon was into the net there, so HU stays alive for at least one more point.
Yeah, she crossed the line a little bit with the way that she hit it, and HU catches a break.
Nigella Reck, serving specialist on this team, chooses Tang. Nuss goes to Evanshine. She's blocked away, and the Forester defense now heating up a little bit. Still down 4, but making it interesting, 24-20 Cougars.
We've seen momentum can carry a team all the way to the finish line, and HU trying to use that momentum to bring it back.
Reck sends it over. Snoffer asks for it. Nuss chooses Evanshine. HU a chance again. Outside, Mason Robrock into the net, and that will put the icing on top of the cake here for the second set. Right now, Mount Vernon in firm control. We'll take a little break in between sets. They're looking for a sweep and to stay undefeated on the season. We'll be right back on FDN Sports for set number 3.
Citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Biffa's State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
Norm the Forester right now, maybe looking to go get some concessions as we've made our way through the second set into the third. Bring me back Pretzel if you don't mind. I don't know if I've got his cell phone number currently saved, but right now HU's got to find a way to save this match. They're down 2-0, and Mount Vernon really showing their teeth. They're a really solid team, and obviously that shows with a 14-0 record.
Yeah, I mean, they have just got good players at every position that know what they do. They work well together, and they've shown it so far here tonight. But the Foresters showed really good bright spots here and there in the first and second sets, and we'll see if they can put one together for an actual full set and win one of these sets here.
Do a quick stat recap. Through the first 2 sets, Lissy Snoffer, as always, leading this Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars squad. She's got 10 kills. Libby Evanshine had that hot start. She slowed down a little bit, still has 9. Faith Maloney has 4 kills. Fatzinger with 2. Neesmith with 2 as well. Leading the team in assists, as always. Reagan Nuss over 2,000 tonight. And then for HU, their leaders are Trev and Terry, which, of course, she's got another fan listening in from Stroh, Indiana, her older sister, Taylor Terry. There's a lot of Terrys, it seems like. We got to figure out how many siblings there are checking out their sibling play tonight. She's been the leader for HU. She's also hitting .667%. So every 2 out of 3 chances she gets, she's putting it away for a kill. Haley Cruz has 5. Leah Carter follows her with 4. Grimm has 3. Mason Robrock just had that 1 in the second set. And then Lauren Ross, who has 18 assists, has a kill as well. So it's been a great match. Even though HU is down 2-0, it feels like they've been right in the trenches with a really good team.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. And like you said, Trevin Terry's been leading this team, and if I'm HU, I'm going to her a little more often here. I mean, like how they've been going to Snoffer and Evanshine, go to your best killer in Trevlin Terry tonight. She has been incredible, and with Lauren Ross's help and her perfect sets, those two have been a force all night long, and maybe have those two gain some momentum for this team in this third set.
So we'll see if Coach Kelsey Herber changes some things up here. It looks like there will be one change in the lineup. Keela Garton from Fort Wayne, Indiana, went to Leo High School, will be jumping in to some action. She's played just 1 set since August 30th, but she has had as many as 8 kills versus Madonna, 7 against IUE, 16 digs is a season high as well. So she's someone that maybe comes in and adds a little energy, a fun player from right down the road. Cruz, Ross, Grimm needs to get going, can't quite find it off the blockers there. Here's Evanshine, goes to Meyer, cross court. Right back over the top, Grimm can't connect with Ross that time. And now Evanshine gets her second chance, and this time Cruz couldn't dig it out. It's a 1-0 advantage in the third set.
That was a really great spike there from the Cougars as they got that back line shot, and HU could do nothing to stop it.
Serve sent over, right over top of the tape. In the middle, Trevin Terry's, who's having that big night. Couldn't quite get the velocity behind that one. As HU works again, Ross looks to be into the net. And it's a 2-0 advantage now as that mistake was made by the setter, Ross. Coach Kelsey Herber just checking. Ross didn't think that she was quite into the net, but the official thinks otherwise. Ross goes in the middle. Grimm under swings on that one, and now it's a 3-0 advantage for Mount Vernon.
And that's been a story here tonight. Foresters have gotten a lot of these swings right into the net, right back at them, and that's hurt them so far here tonight a lot.
Nuss sends it over. Grimm. Ross at the middle. Terry denied by a couple of Cougars. And an early 4-0 start. This kind of similar to that second set where the Cougars came out swinging.
Yeah, HU's got to find a way to respond as they cannot go down the same way they did in that second set.
Grimm receives again. Ross sends one over the net and out of play. And right now the Foresters out of sort. Coach Kelsey Herber needs a timeout. We're going to grab one with her. 5-0, the Foresters in danger of being swept against the number 22 team in the country.
I can't talk, I have a showing.
Listen.
My clients are arriving any minute.
Eleanor. Mom passed.
I think it'd be best if you all go to hotels, for Dad's sake.
I didn't get to say goodbye.
You said goodbye when you never came home.
Welcome back to FDN Sports. It is a Mount Vernon team sitting at the top of the Crossroads League, and we're seeing why tonight. Rock solid, up 5-0 here in this third, already up 2-0 in the match. And at the moment, Coach Kelsey Herbert trying to rally the troops, trying to figure out what can flip this around. 5-0, that's not too far away, but you start getting into a 7-8 point hole, you run out of points eventually.
Yeah, and that's what Mount Vernon has been able to do. They've been able to pull away. They pulled away slightly in the first, which had the Foresters trying to dig back into the game. Same with the second set, and we'll see if Mount Vernon continues to dominate the way they have.
Grimm receives the serve. Freshly into the game is Garton, denied with her first swing of the night, and it's 6-0 Mount Vernon.
They're just blocking every single spike the Foresters are throwing their way right now.
Evan Shine and Snoffer now both have 10 kills to lead the way. And finally, the Foresters on the board. A 6-1 lead for Mount Vernon, however, as they once again have only lost 4 sets all year. They've been dominant, similar to what we saw out of that Indiana Wesleyan team last year that didn't lose a game all year. Not sure if Mount Vernon follows suit, but they're looking pretty sharp at the moment. HU 2 straight with a block there, Trevin Terry. And Courtney Grimm connecting for that one. We did figure out there are 5 Terry kids. So Trevin,
all of them
1 of
tuning
5.
in.
And I'm assuming all of them start with T, just based off of the comments. I'm sure their parents never messed that up. As this one sent cross court, Meyer goes to Olivia Cron, who takes a back row swing. Tip shot. Ross keeps it alive. Meyer gonna set up Grimm. Good swing. Dug out Tang. Free ball tapped over. Meyer setting up Cruz this time. Haley off the blockers, and somehow Terry gets it over the net. Meyer again keeps it alive. Ross to Haley. Cruz can't drop it in. Backside tap shot. Off speed works this time as Evan Shine now grabs the team lead with her 11th kill.
And Mount Vernon HU, they have had so many of those possessions here tonight, those back and forth. They just keep rallying, and HU seems to be a little bit tired in those, as Mount Vernon is a well-experienced team and they know what they're doing.
First time we've seen Emma Tamaris tonight. We saw her last year in this building with Mount Vernon. Grimm can't get to that touch by Ross, and now it's an 8-2 advantage. So something that has changed in volleyball a little bit, they used to call you for a 2-touch. It's kind of hard to explain, but they've gone away from it. They've kind of eliminated that call in volleyball completely. So now you can get away with handling the ball a little differently this year, but when you get to about 3 of them, that's when they start pulling the trigger on you. We've seen that change throughout the volleyball world, and maybe something we saw in that last play by HU. Right now, it's all Mount Vernon, though, 9-2 in this third set.
And this HU's got to get these spikes over the net. That has been their Achilles heel all night long.
Tamaris sends over her second serve. Back line swing from Cron right at the 10-foot line. At the net, tipped over. Meyer setting up the attack again with Cruz, and a great block right at the net. Looked like Fatzinger was there to tap that one back.
Mount Vernon off to a hot start, 10-2, and this is the kind of deficit that the Foresters faced in the last set, but not this early, as Mount Vernon is wanting to end this game quickly.
Again, Tamaris with the serve, and a good one to Cron. Cruz has to keep it in, and then Olivia has to poke it over. Big swing, blocked again by the Foresters. They'll get a free chance this time. Meyer's going to be responsible for setting up Grimm. Cross-court shot kept alive. Tang, and an off-speed, a little bit of a change-up there from Faith Maloney. Didn't quite have the touch to get it over the net.
We've actually seen a couple of those switch-ups when they're going on that, as they act like they're going to hit it hard and hit it softly, and it's worked a couple of times, but HU caught a break there.
Looked like Maloney just stopped midair. She was ready to take a big swing and decided against it. It's an attack error. Nuss this time goes over to the right side. Fatzinger. Cruz, a leaping stab, taps it over the net. And now Snoffer blocked. Tang pops it up. Right side into the net again. Second straight error by Maloney, and HU back within 6. Seems like this is once again looking a lot like the second set.
And HU, I mean, they fought back in that second set, and they're going to have to continue to fight back with the hole that they dug themselves into at the beginning of this third set.
Layla Meyer will be back on the service line. She goes at Tang. Nuss, cross-court pass, tipped back over by the Forrester blocking wall. And again, HU keeps alive. Free ball. Cron just snuck it too far over the net. Fatzinger stuck it right back at her.
And Mount Vernon has just played so well tonight. I mean, they are just executing everything as good as you possibly can as a team, and that's why they're one of the top 25 teams in the nation.
Abby Nemesh back in the game. She's had a nice career, 572 career kills. Tang works with Ness right in the middle. Mount Vernon can't find the floor this time. Haley Cruz will try to do so, but once again, Jalen Tang, another dig. Snoffer cross court, just finds the floor, and now it's back to an 8-point lead here in the third set.
And how about Jalen Tang tonight? She has been incredible on defense for this Cougars team. She is digging every single spike that the Forsters are sending her way.
Ross, far side Cruz, blocked and down again. Grimm couldn't keep that one up. You talk about Tang's impressive night. She's been impressive in her 3 years. 2022 as a freshman, she was a Crossroads League honorable mention player, also on the all-freshman team, and 342 digs last year. She's already had 30 receptions in a game against Bethel as well. Big swing. There's a dig for Layla Meyer. Carter pokes one over, and that time Leo went with an off-speed shot, dropped it in on the back line.
The Foresters have got to gain some momentum here. They've got to get something going, as Mount Vernon just seems to have the air sucked out of the building right now.
See if Michaela Thompson, one of this team's leader, can find what's going on here. Not exactly sure what's going on. I don't know if the official maybe wants to come over and take a look at something, or if they're checking to see if the rotation was correct for both sides. Either way, 13-5. This has been kind of how this match has gone. And it does look like the official wants to come over and take a look at something, so we'll confirm in the back row and see what's going on. So just one moment as we speak with the main official.
Disney Princess Contest winner is a 3'11" 5-year-old from Southwest Fort Wayne, future Forester, dressed as Jasmine, Dayne J. Schmitz. You are the Disney Princess Contest winner. Come to the HU Forester scoreboard to collect your gift. A special thank you to the Foresters Shopping Block Student Section.
All right, so we are back live here. So they were actually checking to see if Courtney Grimm was into the net on this last play.
Well, it wasn't Courtney. I think it was.
They actually need to go back further in that play. It was when HU was blocking. So they're going to show the replay here. It was when Mount Vernon was attacking. 2 HU Foresters went up to block. And it looks like one of the HU players, I think it was Courtney's left arm, tapped the net. And you can see here, they're actually showing it in the arena. This call's going to get overturned, and it is going to be Mount Vernon's point as Grimm was into the net. And that's a big swing, and unfortunately, it doesn't go HU's way, and we apologize for being off comms for a little bit. We actually are responsible with communicating with the officials, so we have to talk them through in the back as well. And so that call is overturned in favor of Mount Vernon. Now it's 13-5 instead. The Cougars in front in this one, and our replay team once again knocking it out of the park.
And it's a great job by both the replay team and the officials to make the correct call and fix a mistake that happened in the game, and a good challenge by the Mount Vernon Cougars coach.
Yeah, Coach Mosier right on top of that, and that's what this replay system is for, because you want to get the calls right. And it took us a little while. We usually have a net cam. That one has not been working for us tonight, but a good enough angle by our camera men and women tonight. And unfortunately for HU, it does flip the point. It's actually 14-4 Mount Vernon now, but still great work by our crew. Snoffer gets one in as Cron couldn't run it down. And now it's all Mount Vernon up 11 in this third set.
And this is why they're the best team in the conference. They're showing it. I mean, just the greatness on all levels from this team. They're good at everything, and HU is feeling the pressure from Mount Vernon.
It's a Mount Vernon serve to Layla Meyer. In the middle, Carter off the blockers, and she finally drops one in, HU within 10. And Ryan, I feel bad for the viewers at home when we have a replay like that, because I'm trying to communicate with the officials along with making sure that everyone in the back knows what's going on. So that's why we kind of go dead there for a little bit on air. We're actually going to work that out to where we have a different screen where we can communicate while that's going on. Cruz goes to Tang, and now in the middle, Nuss, backside, tapped over. Foresters keep it alive. Cron has to force a free ball over to Mount Vernon. They're looking to strike again, and Maloney does that on the right side. She's had a nice match here tonight.
Yeah, Mount Vernon is just firing on all cylinders. Everything's going right for them. They're hitting the right spots with their spikes, and this is why they are such a good team.
16-5, Foresters trail, already down 2-0 in the match. Serve just drops over for an ace. A little bit unlucky for HU, but Mount Vernon will take it. They're now up 12, and it looks like they're trying to put this one away here in Platte Arena.
That serve has been the summary of the night. Everything going the way of the Mount Vernon Cougars.
It'll still be Lila Nicholas. Nicholas goes long to Thompson. Ross comes our way. Michaela's got to push it over. Nearly drops in front of Nicholas. Tap shot. Meyer with the pancake, but couldn't get it up high enough for Thompson. And now it's 18-5. This is a big run right now by the visitors.
And, I mean, this is what they do. I mean, this is what they've done all year so far, and they've done it here tonight, and this is why they are such a good team. Like, I mean, I hate repeating myself, but really they are just such an incredible team to watch.
Meyer receives Ross at the net. Carter off the blockers. Keeps it alive. Mount Vernon taps it over. Good dig by Cron, and now Cruz goes to work. Nuss, Snoffer into the net. HU pulls back within 12, but they're running out of time.
They would need a miracle run to make something happen in this quarter, but if there's a team that likes to fight back, it's HU. That is something that they are very good at, is digging deep and fighting back.
Maybe Cruz can get on a run here at the service line. Haley, big swing, back line. Tang over the net. Carter couldn't quite slam it home. And now Nuss goes left side. Foresters block it, but it's over on their side of the net, and it's another kill for Snoffer.
It has been the story of the night. The Cougars' just unrelenting attack has been a little bit too much for the Forester defense. I mean, they had a great first set, and it's and their unrelenting attack has tired them down.
Back line, tap shot from Cruz. Forrester's working on defense now and right into the wrong spot for HU. That's the toughest place to defend over there, is that left side where Layla Meyer has to come in. They actually call it the donut, and that's the spot where you're trying to hit those drop shots in, and you could just see Meyer unable to get back to that spot. It's every program's weak spot. Off the top of the head there from Carter of one of the Cougars. It doesn't matter as Evanshine comes right back. And now it's a 15-point advantage, 21-6. This team is just firing on all cylinders at the moment.
And they don't feel pain either, because I mean, that was a shot right to the face, and she shows no signs of hurt. She's laughing it off as the Cougars are rolling right now.
It's easier to laugh when you're up big as well.
Yeah.
Hurts a little more when you're down in the match. Garton back in for the Foresters. The freshman working out there with a couple of upperclassmen. It's a receiving error there by Thompson. And now it's 22-6, and HU may just be done with their fight tonight against this tough Cougar side.
I mean, they fought very valiantly in those first 2 sets, but it's what good teams do. They execute when they need to execute. When the game got close, they executed down to perfection, and that is why they're undefeated.
Kayla Garton, young freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana, gets her first kill of the night. Mentioned this is her first set since August 30th, so it's been a while. It's easy to get rusty when you're just practicing, but she jumps right in there and tries to add some excitement. Big swing and a dig, and a good one by Reck. Actually heads back over the net, and then finished off on the backside by Evanshine as she continues to battle with Snoffer for the team lead tonight in kills.
And I mean, those two have just been dynamite here tonight, spiking everything over the Forester defense. Foresters really have had no answer for Evanshine or Snoffer all night long.
Toma Zelaya from Honduras will serve right in front of the chopping block. Meyer down to one knee, scoops it up. Garton taps this one over, and Garton's got back-to-back kills when she's gotten opportunities.
And this is what you like to see, a player that hasn't played in a while, even in a situation where you're down a lot, down by 15 right now, but just getting a couple of momentum shots right there, maybe bring into the next match on Saturday.
Ross, setter pushes it over. Setter on the other side, Bella Claxton freshly into the game. Grimm forces a soft shot over the net. Back row swing finds Layla Meyer on the Forester defensive side. Garton again trying to look for 3 in a row. Good dig by Snoffer. Evanshine, long shot to Cruz. Ross close to the net. Garton just taps it over. Evanshine working with Claxton. Big swing and a perfectly executed shot there as it looked to be Snoffer flying in again. Her and Evanshine have been that duo that have been hard to stop.
Yeah, I mean, we saw how Trevlin Terry was having a good night, but those two have been having just as good of a night as well, if not better, as they've just hit everything over, and that's why they lead the best team in the Crossroads League.
Freshman Bella Claxton sends it over. Grimm responds with a good strike, but it's dug out by Tang. Left side, and that will be the end of the match, as once again it was Evanshine dumping it in. 25-8 third set, a 3-0 win for the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars. They continue their dominance in the young season. Now 15-0, Ryan. That's a team to watch not only throughout the conference play season, but the national tournament season as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They are just such a good team, and they showed why they are the #1 team in the NAIA right now.
So they continue to dominate teams, and now they're doing it within the conference. They're 3-0 in the Crossroads League. They still have only dropped 4 sets on the year. And we will await Kelsey Herber, who I believe will stop in and chat with us for a post-game interview in just a few minutes. But at the end of the day, it's the duo of Evanshine and Snoffer that were too much for HU tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, they were just killing everything, getting all the shots that they wanted to go down, and the Foresters just could not block them out, and it led Mount Vernon to the win.
So the Foresters will be right back into action on Saturday here at home. That'll be a 3 o'clock first serve. As mentioned, I do believe Kelsey Herber will stop in here tonight and talk to us about the tough loss, but it has been a growing, painfully stressful season last year, back and forth, a roller coaster ride. This year, they obviously take a tough loss tonight, but I guess the one positive you get out of it is every team has this happened here so far this year. So we will have Coach Kelsey Herber joining us. Coach, obviously not the result you wanted, but a really good team over there on the other side, Mount Vernon, 15-0 now. What allowed the Cougars to come out and take care of business tonight?
Yeah, they are relentless defensively. Then they have some of those heavy arms, especially on the outside. But just the way that they cover ground so well on their side makes it hard to buy a kill at times. Yep. And that really generates their energy on the floor. And then really it's their defense that leads to their offense that makes them a tough squad.
And, Coach, we saw a young player come in, Keela Garton. I know it's hard to find positives in defeat, but you will do that tonight after you look back.
Sure.
And she was someone that came in. She hadn't played a set since August 30th. She comes in, adds a little bit of excitement, and maybe pushes some momentum towards Saturday with a matchup with Taylor.
Absolutely. I told her when she was going in, I said the priority here is your court presence and your energy, because she undeniably brings that in practice, in matches. And so I told her that's your number one job right now, get in a good rhythm and then go score, and she's one of those competitors that says, I don't care that I haven't played in a set since whenever, I'm ready to go. And I appreciate that mindset about her.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us, Coach. We'll be right back here with you guys on Saturday. I'm ready to get back in the win column as well.
That's right. Thank you.
All right. Coach Kelsey Herber joining us tonight on FDN Sports. Mount Vernon stays unblemished, a 3-0 win here in Huntington, Indiana. They're going to be a team to watch for the rest of the season. Ryan, any final thoughts from you?
No, I think that overall we saw a really good game here from both sides. The Foresters obviously have some growing pains that they need to fix throughout the season, and Mount Vernon show why they're the best team in the Crossroads League right now. But overall, just a really good fight from the Foresters in the first two sets, and just excellent play all around.
All right, that'll put the end to our broadcast here tonight. Preston Husband, Ryan Holzapple, the rest of the FDN Sports crew will be right back at women's soccer tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock, and then right back here in Platte Arena on Saturday as the Taylor Trojans come over from Upland, Indiana. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot.
At the net, Foresters block it away. Couldn't get through the Forester defense.
Yeah, coming in hot. Just like
another really hard fought point here at the net for HU.
I'm nice with the flow. Just like the demeanor.
And HU's got their largest lead in the match.
I'm feeling the meter. They got the iron while I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect him. I made the call, it was just like I'm repping. I know we left, yeah, now we back together, but I guess that is better now. Later than never, like, what's happening? I'ma need y'all quit asking when. Me and my wife gon' have some kids. Right now we just practicing. Teacher said quit rapping, man. That gon' hurt my average. I said, thank God I ain't average. Say what you say, cause that's A with Lecrae. From the A train to the A, I'm coming in hot. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big.
One back. It's back. That's it. Catch and fire. It's on the. He made it.